You want me to put that on my todger?
Break the gender binary. Warning. Bullshit ahead. Warning. Bullshit ahead. Warning. Bullshit ahead. Hello. I'm H.G. Tudor. As you can hear, the bullshit detector klaxon has gone off. It has been triggered big style as a consequence of pure, unadulterated bullshit that has come my way. It's an absolute wagon load of turd-based nonsense and tomfoolery. There's so much BS, it stinks to high heaven. And coupled with the smell of Harry's wife's failure, it makes for a heady brew. What is this? Well, courtesy of the Daily Mail, we're about to find out. As Dan Sales reports, Prince Harry and Harry's wife back report which calls for media to show men cleaning and women fixing the sink in order to break the gender binary. Whatever the fuck that is. Now, you, like me, might just be getting soap dish 2.0 vibes here. Remember when Harry's wife changed the world by single-handedly grappling the corporate beast that is Procter & Gamble and said, "Hey, you used a naughty word in your advertisement. You must change that and thus change the history of the planet because I, Harry's wife, have told you to do so." And quivering sharks of CEOs and CFOs and such like thought, shit-ola, we better do what this funny-looking young girl has told us to do. We have got to the top in this business as a consequence of ripping apart our opponents, shafting each other and stabbing one another in the back. But you know what? This 11-year-old girl writing us a letter has caused us to examine ourselves, find a conscience, and realise she's right and we were wrong. Harry's wife, of course, revised history with regard to that well-aired and quite simply boring tale, and it looks like she's going in for another dose of similar behaviour. This time telling us, as per Dan Sales, Harry's wife and Harry have supported a report. Ooh, gosh, well done, that must be hard work. Supporting a report. Ooh, calling for an end to gender stereotyping. In a 30-year long echo of the Duchess's now famous dishwashing advert letter. There we are. The Sussexes lent their backing to a new research paper. Well, I'm sure the researchers were thinking, thank almighty Christ that we have got Harry and Harry's wife on board. We were hoping for some tech titans. We were hoping for some Nobel Prize winners. We were hoping for some top-grade scientists and psychologists and anthropologists and experts in human nature and some world leaders to get on board with this report and give it some extra muscle. But you know what? All of them can get fucked sky high because we've got Harry and Harry's wife on board. With them, everybody's now going to take notice because after all, Procter & Gamble took notice of the Duchess of It Sucks letter to them all those years ago. The research paper also called for adverts to break the gender binary. It gave examples of what could be done as showing women mowing the lawn and fixing the sink or men doing the cooking. What you mean like many people already do. The biennial State of the World Fathers report also urges a better representation of diverse family formations. What is this fucking football team? Including, deep breath, LGBTQIA plus parents and non-nuclear families. It also recommends more openness about male vulnerability. What's this? For instance, when you're running through the dark naked and catch your pods on the corner of a cupboard? Is that male vulnerability? And show men showing emotions and giving affection. Okay. The report was created by US charity Equimundo from research across 17 countries and surveys of thousands of men and women. Part of the report bears an uncanny resemblance to an issue the Duchess took up when she was 11. It then goes on to explain what all of that was. We don't need to go back and be bored by it. But she did say that, and using that as my moral compass and moving through from the age of 11, at that age, I was able to change this commercial. She added, it really set up the trajectory for me to say, if there was a wrong, if there is a lack of justice, and there is an inequality, then someone needs to do something, and why not me? Do you mean the wrong, for instance, of not having anything to do with your seriously ill father? Or perhaps a lack of justice with regard to your behaviours and being punished for them? Or perhaps you mean inequality with the way that you've bullied staff who weren't allowed to answer you back? Have you dealt with those things? Because, after all, apparently someone needs to do something. Oh, how appropriate. A hypocritical silence from the Duchess of Hypocrisy. So, Archwell Foundation has supported this report. Whoopie fucking do. That takes a lot of work, doesn't it? And this is representative, once again, of Harry's wife's lazy narcissism. That, for instance, she once again, as I've explained elsewhere, hijacks the hard work of other people and holds it out as if she's done it herself. Through character trait acquisition, she piggybacks on the success of others, the hard work of other people, and then once again gets involved in her fridge magnet platitudes, coming out with dumb fuck comments about claiming that people ought to have advertisements showing women mowing the lawn and fixing the sink, or men doing the cooking. All of this, of course, far from groundbreaking material, and also, once again, leaves them open to ridicule in terms of flapping around, trying to find some kind of meaningful existence. But let's see what people think about these observations, the hijacking of the report, the supposed call for this breaking of the gender binary. Daily Bird writes, what they call for is of no importance to anyone. Neither have any experience in any domestic tasks. They need to shut up. What I think, NE from Morpeth in the UK responds, I couldn't agree more. They seem to be desperately allying themselves to anything that will give them publicity. Mick, we want privacy. Constance123, LOL, trying every which angle they can to get noticed and try and fit in somewhere. So lame. Morpethian, please, can we have at least 1 week without this pair being mentioned? Romview, and when have either of these two ever fixed a sink? Woke warriors. LAL48, my husband cooks and bakes, I build gardens and fix cars. We've done this for the last 50 plus years. So what? I'm still belle of the ball. Hugo first. They are just pathetic and annoying. Jedi Warrior, well, if that's the best that they can come up with, I think Netflix will be bailing out soon. Discopy, I'm sure Harry's wife is fixing everything at home. After all, it's she who wears the trousers. Black Country Lass, go away. Anglopine, just go away. Cess10106, considering they do neither, maybe they should stay out of this. Gil222, another bandwagon, another day. Yes, you did. And if they were against defined roles, they would refuse Duke and Duchess titles, which is a very good observation, which, of course, once again shows the hypocrisy of Harry's wife in that she'll accept a title which is linked to gender, but, of course, will also then call for gender roles to be broken because it suits her perception with regard to facade management. There's no support, as you'd expect, in the Daily Mail comments, with people just calling out the ridiculousness of their behaviour, saying they would rather they went away, and that they can't imagine them doing anything of this ilk. Another failure for Harry's wife. Another turn on the ever-tightening downward spiral for her. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.